Hey everyone! Phase 1 of this Inkshot Skins Pro Series Lock Blaster mod went rather well, but there is a lot of room for improvement. Now, time to embark on Phase 2 of this project. I'm your host Dave, welcome to TAG. Well, before I open this thing up to change anything inside, I'm gonna explain to you my two seal problem on this blaster, and none of them come from inside. This barrel is okay in itself. I mean, the holes are good. There's not too much air leaking from inside. Maybe I could try to put some super glue in those cracks. One out of two barrel is molded on the top and the other one is molded from the back. But for the first time, Zuru glued together the cylinder, which is not the best for modification. Nonetheless, I have two issues. When I shoot, I have a good seal inside of the plunger tube, but there is this little problem where it contact with the back of the cylinder, and there is this where it contact with the front of the cylinder. Here, I just don't have enough tension, but that's okay because the air pressure when the dart gets in push the barrel forward, meaning I'm gonna have to add more tension on this spring without impairing the indexing system of this blaster. Secondly, this plunger tube is a bit mobile. I can press on it and it comes back up. The thing is, when you prime, there is no more tension on your spring, meaning it can move back and have absolutely no seal. Meaning that the second you're going to fire it, if the plunger is not already all the way to the end fast enough, meaning you're going to have some air leaking out of this seal because the plunger will not have time to push it all the way close to the cylinder before the dart exits the cylinder. That we're going to have to correct. So to correct that thing, I am going to probably just add an O-ring behind it, because if I press it, there is a very good seal inside of this plunger tube, and I forget to lube it last time. For now, let's reopen that thing and then fix the two little problem and maybe upgrade the spring a bit. I don't want to destroy it, but I want to upgrade it a little bit. For this one, I found two little screws here. I'm gonna check which one, but I think the silver one is a little too big for my hole, so I'm gonna use the black one as a second screw on this plunger. For the spring, I have here a Meteor spring, which is rather the same softness, but a little longer. One more, let's say 1.5 coil more. That might be okay, but I don't want to put too much. Looking at it, I can see that it's gonna be pre-compressed. If I put it in, might help me with my performance. For this, I can't really put something in this space. Maybe I will glue this plunger in place or find a way to install a return spring on this little tab so it's gonna be held in front. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as is and hope the spring is gonna do the job when it's fired and that the seal is gonna stay on. This front section, basically, I'm gonna pull my spring. Oh, there was a little glue on my spring, and slap a new one inside. This held up rather well. This too, I'm surprised nothing unraveled on my tape. And this spring, okay, so it was rather short. This one might be a bit big. I have another part of one of those springs. Yeah, I'm gonna try the same thing, but a little bit longer. Oh, that's a lot more tension. Might cut it a bit. Anyway, this one is, yeah, pretty much the same size. So if something goes wrong, let me cut it longer than this one. Then I'm going to put a whole coil more, so I'm going to cut it here. this shall be a bit better. A lot of travel, but a little less tension than what I had before. That's gonna be good, I hope. And then it's holding there, because there's two stopper here and there for the spring. I'm gonna use this Meteor spring, and whatever happens is gonna happen. Let's try to put that back in. Yeah, it fits. Barely, but it fits. So my best guess now, it's time to reclose and try this thing, because for now I don't see what I'm going to do more with it. I am going to have to perfect myself a system to keep that plunger in front to keep the seal. Other than that, I have upgraded the spring. Fingers crossed it is still going to catch. Let's close that thing and try it out. In the end, I put a longer spring here, which is almost the same type as I had here, but like 1.5 coil longer, so there is more tension. Plus, I put a Meteor spring inside this thing, because weirdly, they got the exact same diameter, and since they are about the same strength, but the Meteor spring is a good 1.25 coil longer, this is gonna help a lot. Now, the big question is it priming? Oh yeah, and it catches. Is it still sealing? Yes, it is still sealing, a lot more energetic. Now for this cylinder, as usual, push this one up, push this one into place. Now everything is stuck together. Can it? Yes, it did index. Seems like it indexes right. Might have to put a thicker foam on this end, but this seems like it's gonna work. Yeah. Okay, let's try this thing with Dart and the chronograph. And yes, this time I have battery. For this, I'm gonna try to shoot a couple X-Dart and a couple Ghost Dart. My only concern for now is when I seem to fire, and this is true for all the time, look at this gap. I would need a new foam on this portion. And now this thing is prime, but yeah, this plunger goes back right away when you prime, which is not a good thing. I will really need to have a thicker seal on this portion. That's my main concern. But for the rest, I'm going to show you, but this thing was able to shoot 123 and 129 when the seal is right. So we're going to try this thing right now. Let me put one here, one here. One thing I have to say, my spring on the barrel is too tight. This thing barely indexes, and it's very, very harsh on the mechanism. I am afraid something might snap inside. $51. That's not what I was hoping for. Did that index in the right way? Yes, but again, we got this dead space in the back, which I am not happy about. 92, slightly better, but not the best. Let me slap a few ghost dart in there to see if it's as bad. But this thing is really hard to index. I'm gonna have to shorten this spring a bit more. $129. This one was right. Nice. This was a $129. And this one didn't even come off. And it's not gonna fly. Is it? No, it was not. But yeah, 120. So when this thing is aligned, I will need to tune this seal to fix it at the back again. And yeah, remove some tension. So that's gonna be another opening. Well, I was able to upgrade the performance. The spring doesn't look too hard for the Meteor spring. That seal is giving me the most problem because the lowest I had was an 8.2 and the highest was a 129. Between 120 and 129 when all the stars align or when the seal is right here and the barrel aligns properly. I'm gonna have to reduce a little bit of tension here. Maybe file a hair on the tip so it's a little bit smoother and find a solution for this seal. But my Lock Blaster, my Pro Series Lock Blaster is almost there. I mean, this is almost there. At 129 FPS, I am getting there. I'm gonna keep you updated for this. I'm on the right way. Phase 2 wasn't so bad. I was able to upgrade the performance and I was able to increase the seal a bit because this thing fetched over 100 FPS and originally it was not getting over 75. Well, for Phase 2 that wasn't so bad. Seal and performance were rather improved, but I am not sure about the longevity of this blaster. That is why there might be a Phase 3 to this project, because I will have to maybe reinforce the interior of this blaster, M-dash or a good paint job. Yeah, I think that's it for this small video. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook and Instagram at DattleNerfGuy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.